So Joe here, I want to share with you today another connection that I've made on this epic journey that I'm on. So I was listening to a podcast yesterday from Dark Matters, and they had a chap on called Neil. I can't remember the name of his Facebook. I'm not sure if he's got a YouTube channel. Anyway, that's by the by. He was talking about ancient civilizations and where we are now, and Sirius, and the importance of Sirius in connection to our sun, and what the ancient Atlanteans and all the other ancient civilizations that have come before us worked out about the future times. And one could say the apocalypse that we are heading into. We're going into huge change on this planet. Now, the apocalypse can mean many, many different things to people, and it's not something that I want to discuss. I have discussed the apocalypse in other videos, so go back and watch those videos. I actually read from Jason Brashear's book, Nostradamus's prediction about these times. And those of us who are on this journey have heard about Revelation and how these times are depicting Revelation. Now, I've never read the Bible. I've never been interested in reading the Bible. But we can see things are playing out. We are going into new territory like transhumanism, AI, Neuralink, and the choice that we make as humans will depend on our soul evolution. And one thing he did actually mention is that the ancients described the white sun. And when we go from the yellow sun to the white sun would be a huge indicator of the changes that we are going on. And hey, who's been noticing the white sun over the last few years? But what has triggered this video is he mentioned the black sun. Now, I did a video a few months ago on the black sun, and how I understood it from the channel at the time that I was following, how he described it. So you've got the lower aeons, which is what we reside in, and you've got the upper aeons, which is one could say where spirit resides. And in order to get there, we have to go through the black sun. Now, what I found really interesting, that, and with what I'm learning at the moment regarding the tree of life and the tree of death, is how that actually ties in really well with the tree of life and the hidden element of the tree of life, the sphere that is hidden, basically, which I'm going to talk about in a bit. So what I'm deducing, let me put my glasses on, what I'm deducing from the tree of life and its connection to Jacob's ladder. Now, my understanding of Jacob's ladder is we have to go through Jacob's ladder in order to get to where we are from, which is spirit, okay, which is dark matters, which is the dark, okay. So I'll just quickly go through the different spheres on the tree of life. And again, I haven't got the knowledge to go into it in any depth. This is from the Thoth Tarot book, from Aleister Crowley. And I will just read what he says about the secrets, what he says about the secrets of the tree of life. So the tree of life, this figure must be studied very carefully, for it is the basis of the whole system of which a tarot is based. It is quite impossible to give a complete explanation of this figure because, for one thing, it is quite universal. Therefore, it cannot mean the same to any one person as to any other. Now, I am learning that, your truth really does stand ground in these times. It really is our truth. And after I did my mushroom ceremony, and having spoken to others who'd done the mushroom ceremony and our different experiences, it made me realize that the soul journey really is an individual soul journey. So our perception really carries some weight in this realm. But I do believe that the Qabalah Tree of Life is where a lot, for me, it's where the hidden knowledge, all your secret societies, they've studied the Tree of Life. Yeah, I truly believe that this is where the hidden knowledge is. So anyway, without further ado, because we know I can waffle, so I'll just quickly go through the names of the different, they're called Sephiroths. So you've got Malkuth, which is earth, which is matter. So we come through Kether and we bounce through the different spheres, which are actually planets, which ties in with the book that I referenced a couple of times called Alchemy and Mysticism, where one could say the planets are the archons, and they are the ones that create our ego as we bounce into this realm, and we finally become matter. And again, equally, we have to go up Jacob's ladder in order to ascend and get to Cather. But here's the caveat: there is actually a sphere that's hidden on here that, unless you study the Qliphoth, you're not going to know about it. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. So we've got Malkuth. We've got Yesod, the moon, which again, I am of the belief that that is where the soul go to the light in order to be judged. And I have changed my perception on this over these last few months, where we go to be judged, and our karma that we've done in Malkuth gets judged as to whether or not we ascend up the different spheres or we come back into Malkuth. So we've got Yesod, the moon. We've got Hod, which is Mercury. Netzach, Venus. Tiphereth, the sun, which incidentally is a sixth sphere. 6 meaning light. 666 meaning light. Jabura, which is Mars. Chesed, Jupiter. Now, one could say, you're probably not seeing this all very well. One could say that this is from my last video that I did on the Black Sun. These reside under the line of inertia. So these are within our aeon. And again, I could be wrong, because I'm still learning heaps, but these could be in our aeon. Now, in the upper aeon, we've got Binar, which is Saturn. And again, I've referenced Saturn as being one of the hardest planets to get through. Saturn is depicted a lot within the occult as being spirit. Okay. And then we've got Neptune, which is Chokmah. And then finally, we've got Kether, which is Pluto. So here we have Binar, which is understanding. And here we have Chokmah, which is wisdom. Now, the Black Sun isn't depicted on the Tree of Life, but the Black Sun is depicted on the Tree of Death, which is the Qliphoth. And the Black Sun resides here. And the Black Sun is called Darth, which means death. But the Black Sun also is a sphere of knowledge, and Lucifer is the key holder to this sphere. Now, in order to get to these upper triads, to the upper triad, we have to go through Darth. Now, that doesn't mean we have to physically die. What I depict it as is, with each bit of knowledge that we gain on our journey of ascension, we have mini ego deaths. Now, I believed in ego death to be a full ego death, where you basically get rid of your ego. That isn't what it is at all. That's coming from the New Age movement, from certain people who talk about ego death. It's mini ego deaths. So if we are open-minded, and with each step of our journey that we are on, and we are able to leave our old beliefs behind to create new beliefs, that is what is called an ego death. So if we are to go through Darth, the sphere of Darth, through Lucifer, that is knowledge. And once we have that knowledge, we are then able to ascend up to understanding and wisdom, which therefore we can then go back home to spirit. So that is my limited understanding, and it is very limited. Even Aleister Crowley said the Tree of Life is something that needs to be studied. And in this book, the Qliphoth and the Goetia and the Qabalah, I think it's called, something like that. I haven't got it up on my screen because it is an ebook that I'm reading. He does actually tie it all in with the tarot. So as you guys know, those who follow me and watch my videos, I am learning the tarot as well, and it all ties in. So everything just ties in to the Tree of Life. And as I've said in previous videos, in order to get to, again, this is my understanding, in order to get to Kether, get home, we have to go through our traumas. We have to go through the Tree of Death. We have to work with demons and work with our inner demons, because we are here for lessons. And again, I've had a completely different, I've had a U-turn on this being a trap, this realm being a trap. I mean, I interviewed a lady called Ola Walney, and she vehemently says that this realm is a trap. Tony Sayers, this realm is a trap because it is evil. My perception has completely changed since I've been learning more about the occult, the Tree of Life, the Qliphoth. It's all by design. It's all for a reason, because we are here to learn lessons, and some of those lessons are very, very painful. Now, where we go after this, who knows? I don't think any of us truly know. The Gnostics didn't know. Plato, Aristotle. This is again, I've said this before, this is what's great about having these philosophical discussions, these philosophical ideas, learning, and actually learning from different areas, not just the area that you are stuck in, not being fearful of the left-hand path, the darker side of the Tree of Life, demons. And again, demons have been demonized, vilified by the Christian church for a reason. And I've mentioned in another video, I looked into the Satanic Church a while back, and more recently, I've wanted to understand why Satan has been vilified the way he's been. And again, it's by the Christian church, and we have to work with these energies to truly know ourselves, because it's not all love and light. That's spiritual bypassing. To not look at the dark and everything's love and light is spiritual bypassing. And that is why the New Age movement, the heavy right-hand path, has been pushed on us so heavily, more so I'd say since 2020. I mean, I'd never heard of the New Age movement prior to 2020, but I had been following it because I've been watching The Secret and characters like, what's his name? An Indian fella, Deepak Chopra, how you pronounce his name. So I had been down that, manifestation, The Secret, that, yes, sure, we can manifest, but it never tells you how we can manifest. And that is getting rid of our insecurities, our fears, and it is a lifelong thing, Anyway, I shall stop the waffling. I hope you've learned a little bit from this video. I would like to be able to do a video on the correlation between the tarot deck and the Tree of Life, but I don't think I'm there yet. I mean, I could read it from the book, but I would, like to not have to sit and read to you. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you've got this far, and I shall speak to you soon. See you later. Bye.